Hello, welcome. My name is Vivian Wolf. This is Zen-X Yoga, formerly known as Your Yoga Life. And we're a YouTube channel for people moving through the different stages of menopause, meaning perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, and using the tools of yoga and Ayurveda to help us feel more balanced, more calm, more alert, so that we can thrive through this season of our life. This is a second part of a exploration through goal setting using a framework called P.I.E.S, which is an anagram for physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. So last week we talked, I asked a few questions. These are questions that I often ask my clients when I'm working with them in a yoga therapy session. And just based off of the answers, it would help us to determine where we should focus our time in our work, right? So just very generally, if you, just as a recap, really the fastest way to do an assessment like this is if you just get quiet for a moment, sit upright, take a couple of breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just tune in for a moment and just ask yourself, how am I feeling physically? How am I feeling intellectually? Emotionally? How am I feeling spiritually? You can do this daily here and just write down, like maybe even just on a scale of 1 to 10, how you would rate how you are experiencing these different aspects of our existence, our physical body, intellectual body, emotional body, spiritual body. And from that, you can kind of base where you should go. So if it seems like your physical body is what's giving you the most trouble, then you would focus on alleviating that and feeling better physically before you start working on the other things. So in the last, I asked some questions, and I created a mock case study, a mock person who answered those questions. I named her Sue. And based off of her responses, we're going to talk about how you then set goals and how that helps us create a plan. From there, we'll talk about reassessing and things like that. So this person here said that like presented to me because they were just starting to experience perimenopause. They were having a lot of hip pain, feeling really stressed. And so after going through my little questionnaire, moving through the different bodies, the P.I.E.S bodies, we discovered that they don't have like a regular daily practice, physical, mental, emotional practice, and they feel overwhelmed and stressed about their work. And so it kind of feels like for this particular person, it'd be really good to start to focus on stress management, which is part of the emotional body. So how do we start handling our stress? How do we recover from stress when we are feeling it? And so that would be how we based our plan. That would include things that also nourish and support the other aspects, because obviously I'm a yoga therapist. There's going to be some asana, some postures. There's going to be some breath work. There's going to be some pranayama. I'm going to include some meditation and some journaling, probably some reading recommendations or some podcast interviews, things like that, so that they can go a little deeper into their own practice. We'd start to work on a regular practice to help them manage their stress. And really that's the base of this. So once we've developed a plan, and we'll talk a little more about that as we move through this series of Inside a Yoga Therapy Session, the next thing that we're going to go into now is a postural assessment, looking at the different areas of the body and how we can build support and flexibility so that you have less physical distractions, right? Less physical distractions, and your body can operate optimally, right? So let's say that Sue agrees to the plan that I create for her using this P.I.E.S method, after 4 or 6 weeks, we would re-evaluate. So I would have her go through this P.I.E.S evaluation: physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual. Have her go through this questionnaire again and see where she is in that moment and compare the two. And you can do this on your own with just a very simple rating system. If you are one of the people who use a bullet journal and you like to do tracking spreads, and if you don't know what that is at all, I suggest if you like digging down into things, look up bullet journal. It's a really beautiful framework to work from. I love using bullet journal. But you can just create like a little 30-day tracker, P-I-E-S at the top, and then numbers down the side for the day of the month. And then you can just put a rating system in, 1 through 10. How are you feeling today? Physically. How are you feeling intellectually? How are you feeling emotionally? How are you feeling spiritually? And then just notice if you track it like that, you can very easily see the ebb and flow of how you are experiencing these different aspects of your being, And you can make adjustments on that day. Well, today I physically feel like a 7, but spiritually I feel like a 4. So I'm going to go out and put my feet on grass. I'm going to tap into whatever my spiritual practice is, whether that be a religion, whether that be a spirituality, whether that be a philosophy. I'm going to go pray, or I'm going to go meditate, or I'm going to go, listen to music that makes me feel connected to the universe. Whatever you have for your self-care practice that helps you through that. So what do you think of this? What do you think of this idea of not just setting your goals, but also tracking your progress towards your goals using this framework, this P.I.E.S framework: physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual? What do you think of that? Tell me in the comments section. And that's really it for me today, my friends. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week. Again, next week I'm going to come back and show you how I do a postural assessment, so that if someone wants to work with me in yoga therapy and they want to do a physical practice, I can guide them through postures safely and effectively. So I will see you next time. And until then, mwah, 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 mwah. Take good care of yourself, okay?